Me mobi bi akwaba eba Melodies TV. So I know say a lot of you will be happy with this particular story. It's the say yaba back to the suspended Chief Justice. Mrs. Gertrude Tokonu. Na in some way yaba so and say finally committee na no na obi bisa me say committee a omo betenase ewo suspended Chief Justice no nsem ne so no committee na aden omo nye adwuma na nti ende committee no be sha ase aye adwuma omo betenase ye be free Chief Justice na ba ba be cheche ne nsem mu nti in the processes no be sha ase nti no MPP fo a womo su no say sisia no omo sanso aba be sumo say every single week ye benya MPP for say omo ye press conference this week dia omo ye Sami Jemfi Endra ena ye ma Sami Jemfi pardon nti na no ye beka say asem na kwa kogu nti when so sha ase dia na no na tre say next week no ye expect say another press conference be free MPP for why then asanso aba by yankin kan was say the presidency has announced that the 5-member committee established by President John Dramani Mahama to probe the 3 separate petitions seeking the removal of the Chief Justice Gertrude Tokonu will commence public hearings on Thursday, May 15th, 2025. In the end, omo baba be public hearings. Public hearings, no, what does it entail? I see, this was contained in a statement signed by Felix Kwachi Ofosu, Minister of State in charge of government communications. I say the 5-member committee chaired by Justice Gabriel Scott, poor man of the Supreme Court, was set up by President in accordance with Article 1466 of the 1992 Constitution and in consultation with the Council of State following a determination of prima facie case against the Chief Justice. The committee will sit 3 times a week and present their recommendations to the President upon completion of their work. It's noted. Intino committee no on betenase 3 times a week. TV on betenase Monday. I don't know the exact days there, but in a week no committee no betenase 3 times. It may suspect say maybe Monday, Wednesday, Fridays, and now Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, not Thursday, Friday. No more jail home. Intino in every week no committee no betenase 3 times. Inti sa week here we betenase 3 times. Na dey na ABC. What are they coming to do? I say following the determination of a prima facie case in the 3 petitions asking for the removal from office of Gertrude Saki Tokonu, the President suspended her and set up the 5-member committee to inquire into the petitions. Following her suspension, a justice of the Supreme Court, Paul Bafuboni, has assumed the role as acting Chief Justice in line with Article 1446 of the 1992 Constitution, which stipulates that the most senior justice on the Supreme Court will act as Chief Justice if the position becomes vacant or the substantive Chief Justice is unable to perform his or her duties. It's basically, that is the statement. Now, 3 times a week, ejuma be na womo ba be ye. Afi se afiansa womo ba be tenase. Na omo a womo de petitions ba ye. Omo a omo ebe kasa for. Omo a womo be kasa against no. Omo be ba na omo aba be ye den aba be cheche womo nsem eni so. Inti the suspended Chief Justice ninso no. I think that this is the time I want so or be can nsem edi evidence ni nyama be tre se eyentro ne yetwa to ne so. Omo a womo raise issues etiane a womo de petition e ba ye no. This is the time they need to also come and speak and provide evidence to see say indeed maame ne nsem a ye de to ne so no oyeye anase wanye. So basically no it's going to be interesting. I say public hearings. On say you see in the Constitution, right? And this case we won ama nkrofo ehu say Ghana ha emra no anya nkrofo bi da. They don't mind changing. And this is why I'm saying this. In the Constitution, right, it says every single process involved in the removal of the Chief Justice, it should be held in camera. Now, Obronika say something should be held in camera. What it simply means, and they say, Mayama abontensu phobia ntie. Into the ebeko so bia no Chief Justice in sensem no. Omo a womo atena committee ne so no. Omo eno mu ndile with asem no eni kwan se Ghana ni bia ebeden ebetie. Ba we case we se ne aba na Ghana Bar Association. Sa ko na womo ni na enko na womo ni na kasa on behalf of the Chief Justice no. Utie omo line of argument a asema wo bia kan say the president should make it transparent. They should make Ghana for yenhu nsem ni mu. Yema Ghana for ntie nsem no. Eno kra ka ho bi na nansen. Oh here. There was a story say Martin Amidu e de ebufu aba betro letter say na wo obo Dr. Prempeh echi. Dr. Prempeh a senior fellow with the CDD. What you say? Martin Amidu e ba bebo nechi because na asensem omo trene say embra aka say ade no yenye ni say. But the sense ni pa ko no ye mumu nipa ninti no mo mpese president ni bedi mra ne so. Senior Ghana Bar Association for nso nsem a wo ka senior other pro MPP for omoka se mahama mbiemu na Ghana fo ni na ehu senior ade ne beko ni yehu no meanwhile mbra ne kire se mayenye ne saa. And so it's like edu wo mu nipa so de omo pese His Excellency John Dramani Mahama obu mbra atiase. And so that is an interesting side, but I don't know whether for fairness sake His Excellency John Dramani Mahama would decide say okay because me pese enkofo hu say ade no eye fair me pese me ye lenient with it no maybe mu no obi ehu no kware. I don't know whether His Excellency John Dramani Mahama is going to decide to do that, but that is what is currently going on at here. But they are saying it's a public hearing, so I don't know public hearing what it entails. Is it that they are going to stream it live? Maybe almost streaming live there me many beje. Almost streaming a live there. Me and me miti many beje because it will give us more information to come and explain things to you. But I doubt. But let's wait and see what's going to happen. Into processes no ashas here. This is when mo anamoka as a Chief Justice no etu ayetu no eyebone no. This is when you people need to start following the story, and you need to start gathering your evidence, especially the Chief Justice herself. That I say, Emre Nedu, she needs to prove herself. Say, somewhere ye katiano no, and yes, anete. And Emre ni yankin kan ye head ye Ghana for eka efan same way. I say, thank God that Chebi Mumu from 4 is buried. I say, asemwasa, that corrupt and remote control Chief Justice is most certainly going to be slaughtered. Stupid man Ekufuado has caused a great harm to this nation. Hey, Charlie. Charlie, you have no filter, so sorry to me to make kasa anyhow. As I saw this woman, Chief Justice, take her wild face to look at John Mahama in some demeaning manner, as if her name had been wrongfully mentioned by some demon. I remember that video. And I remember the analysis I did on that video. As someone can say, it could be say not a wrong timing, or it could be say indeed na mamino, because we have seen His Excellency John Dramani Mahama bo mamini din, and I think say ye bo Mahama din on say camera ne to mamine so send your ye name no. A lot of people were like, no, mommy. But anyway, that's just by the way. Obisi, do fast and remove her, so we can turn our attention on Jane Adukwe Mensah with her deputies. Evil judgments at the Supreme Court. Move her so fast. To be asama work and this omonyentem no munyino. No mo fa omo ensusuye enkonko to Jane Mensah ensuso. No mo hese ni ebeyi Jane Mensah nso. Ose osono mame on her way to premature retirement. I blame MPP, especially Afenyo Makin, for over-pushing her into more politics than legal in the dying days of the elections, thereby showing her political colors. I will always blame Afenyo Makin for that thing. And I'll blame the Chief Justice herself. Afenyo Makin di mirika ba ya wono nso oko make it a controversial ruling no. E ho no dey say anything. As hatred and enmity had clouded your sense of judgment, what has the woman done to warrant her dismissal, if not hatred? Some people also speaking for her. No, said, "Wait, your time, hunu. See your time, hunu. See, if she goes, you go and occupy her position. I wonder why people like you are so happy glorifying this self-induced petition by John Mahama to remove the Chief Justice over NDC frivolous cases in court. I see the evil that people do lives after them. That face alone speaks volumes of her. And it is a lesson to all that you don't need to hate someone that much and put it into hiding. Into Obidia Canon. Anyway, Montreal comment box. But that's it.